Hello, everyone. My name is Ron Benez, Retirement Services Associate with San Joaquin County Employees Retirement Association. What we handle is the retirement, disability, and survivor benefits for all of San Joaquin County employees and its 9 participating employers. This is for full-time permanent employees. However, if you are a part-time employee, I will be addressing you later on with the presentation, so please stick with me. Now, this program is mandatory. The only time you are able to opt out is if you are above the age of 60. Now, you have a great benefit. Why is it a great benefit? Because it is a lifetime benefit. So if you get to retire with San Joaquin County, you have the opportunity to get exactly what it says, a lifetime benefit, meaning it'll last for your lifetime and potentially your spouse's as well. And on top of that, every year on April 1st, you get a 0 to 3% cost of living increase. Just to make it simple, you get a raise for being retired. Now, there are 2 types of membership. There's general and safety. Our safety employees are our firefighters, our sheriff's department, our correctional officers. Everybody else is what we call general employees, just as myself. Now, if you were hired to a full-time position on or after January 1st, 2013, you are what we call Tier 2 employees. If you were hired before January 1st, 2013, you are what we call Tier 1 employees. Now, if you came from another system, I suggest you contact us to see which category you would fall into. But what does Tier 1 and Tier 2 really mean? For this particular presentation, I'm going to be addressing mostly Tier 2 employees because most of you are exactly that, a Tier 2. So what does it really mean? How much money am I putting into my retirement? For all general members, and I'm just going to make this simple for you, for every $100 you make gross, $9.47 automatically goes into your retirement. For our safety members, for every $100 you make gross, $14.67 automatically go into your retirement. However, the county does put into the retirement bucket on your behalf as well. For our general members, for every $100 you make gross, the county puts in $37.57 on your behalf. For our safety members, for every $14.67 you put in, $70.50 goes into the retirement on your behalf. However, all of these can possibly have tax benefits. These are all pre-tax deductions, meaning before it even hits your check, that retirement payment goes in. And on top of that, you don't pay taxes on it now, but you will pay taxes on it when it's time to retire. Now, there are some minimum requirements in order for you to retire. For our general members, it's a minimum age of 52, okay? Minimum age of 52. For our safety members, it is a minimum age of 50. Now, you also have to work 5 full-time years. So again, your minimum requirement for a general member is a minimum age of 52 and 5 full-time years. For our safety members, it's the minimum age of 50 and 5 full-time years. Now, those should be only your minimum requirements. Why is that? Because there are 3 things we look at when it comes to your retirement. How old you are when you retire, your highest 3 consecutive years of pay, and how many years of service. So, just to make it easy, the older you are when you retire, the more money you make, the more years you put in, the better your retirement's going to be. Now, on SJCERA.org, which is our website, we do have what we call an online calculator. This is where you get to look and plan on how much you actually need to make to have the retirement that you want. Now, when you go on our website, you'll see a small little calculator. It's called a benefits calculator. Once you click on that, you'll see this type of screen. Now, let's just compare 2 different people. Right here in the middle, we have a member that does the minimum requirements. They retire at age 52, they do 5 full-time years, and let's just say they're making $3,000 a month. If that person were to retire at age 52, they'd be looking at about $150 a month. On the other hand, we have a member that retires at age 62, by then they've put in about 25 years. They're making roughly $5,000 a month. Now this member makes $2,500 for the rest of their life. Now both options are okay. It all depends on what your goals are. But on top of that, they get a 0 to 3% raise every April 1st for being retired. Now, is there ways for you to increase your benefit? There absolutely is. For my part-time employees, this is specifically for you. This is what we call a buyback or additional service credit purchase. Let's just say for a part-time employee, currently you're not contributing into your retirement. Just for example, let's just say you work for a year, that whole time you're not contributing into your retirement. What a buyback does is condense all those hours you've worked for that year into full-time hours. So let's just say that 1 year we condense it, it becomes 6 months. We offer a contract for 6 months worth of time as if you were contributing into your retirement. So once you purchase that 6 months, remember that 5-year minimum requirement? Now you have 4.5 years ago. There are several different types of service purchases. A redeposit, meaning you left, you came back and you want to put your money back. Your part-time employees, and your medical leave of absence. Say you get pregnant, you go out on leave, and you come back. Well, during that leave, you're not contributing into your retirement. So what we give you the opportunity to do is make up that time as if you had never left in the first place. Now, the top three, your redeposit, your part-time, and your medical leave of absence, all count towards your vesting time, that minimum 5 years. However, there are two other options. For our military folks, or for our folks that have worked at another system but exceeded that 6-month expectation, you have the opportunity to buy that time back. However, it does not count towards your vesting time, and you are responsible for your portion as well as the county's. It may seem a little expensive, however, in the long run, it will benefit you. Now, if you've worked for a separate agency before, let's just say Stanislaus County, CalPERS, you have the option to establish what we call reciprocity. Just to make reciprocity simple, it's getting credited here for the time that you did there. Okay, so let's just take somebody that worked for Stanislaus County for 3 years. They come to San Joaquin County. When they come to San Joaquin County, they establish reciprocity. So when they start with San Joaquin County, remember that 5-year minimum? Well, they're already 3 years in because they worked at Stanislaus County. Now when they come to San Joaquin County, they have 2 years to go. And that'll meet their 5-year minimum requirement. And that works either way, them coming in or you going to another system. On top of that, remember those 3 things that we look at when retirement? One of them is your highest 3 consecutive years. And when you establish reciprocity, that's the highest 3 years, wherever that is. So if you decide to leave here, go to Stanislaus County and get a job that pays 3 times more than you did here. When it's time to calculate retirement, we'll actually use that 3 years you did over there. So reciprocity is a great thing. If you decide to leave or you came here from another county, make sure you establish reciprocity. Now, there are particular documents that are required. If you have not received these documentation yet, feel free to go on SJCERA.org and print out these forms and turn them into your retirement as soon as possible. You can also ask your HR to send them over to us for you. Now, the first document that we need is a membership certification form. This tells us who you are and where you've worked before, and if you qualify for reciprocity. The second thing we need is your proof of age. This is a copy of a birth certificate, copy of a passport, a valid passport, or a copy of your real ID, which is a driver's license with the little bear on it. The third thing, which is probably the most important thing for me, is your beneficiary designation. This ultimately helps us determine if something were to happen to you as an active member, where does your money go? San Joaquin County Employees Retirement Association only holds your money. So if something were to happen to you, we need to make sure where the money goes. Now, if you decide to leave before you hit that 5-year mark, you have 2 general options. Number 1 is defer your retirement, meaning I'm going to leave my money here until I decide what I'm going to do with it. Number two, refund your contributions. That means you get whatever you put in plus the interest minus the taxes. Remember, you're not paying any taxes on these funds yet, but if you decide to take it out, you will be taxed. Now, in review, you have a great benefit. Why? Because it's a lifetime benefit. There are two minimum requirements. For our general members, it's a minimum age of 52 and 5 full-time years. For our safety members, it's the minimum age of 50 and 5 full-time years. Three things when we look at when you retire. The older you are when you retire, the more money you make, the more years you put in, the better your retirement's going to be. Three documents we absolutely need from you right away: your membership certification form, your proof of age, and your beneficiary designation. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call at 468-2163, or you can email us at contact@sjcera.org. If you want to go ahead and calculate your retirement or get any documents or just get some more general information, feel free to visit our website, sjcera.org. And if you want to come by and visit, we are located at 6 South El Dorado Street, Suite 400, which is formerly the In Shape building. I would like to welcome everybody to making the team at San Joaquin County. Remember, you are a chosen few out of hundreds, possibly thousands of applicants. For our military service folks, we thank you for your service. I hope everybody has a prosperous year. You guys have a great one.